Hey guys, it's Margarita, and today I'm here to bring you Top 5 Wednesday. Today's topic is the top 5 books with difficult or hard topics discussed in it. So I'm just going to get right into it. First and foremost is Alice by Christina Henry. This book is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, and it starts off in an asylum, and some of the hard topics that it discusses are rape, human trafficking, cannibalism, lots of hard topics in this one, and for such a short book. But it's a pretty good story, and it handles those topics pretty well. Number 4 is going to be the Hunger Games series by Suzanne Collins. I'm sure everybody knows what this is about, but essentially this is children killing other children for people's amusement, and that is just such a disturbing thought. So that's why this is on this list. Number 3, I don't actually have to show you. I think I got rid of it because it was so depressing. And that is Tess of the D'Urbervilles, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, by Thomas Hardy. I had to read this in high school for my AP literature class, and it was so depressing. I don't know what she did wrong in a past life, but this girl's life is nothing but hell. It starts out with her father just being an asshole and like placing her into this situation that she did not need to be in. And she's raped, she gets pregnant, and she has to live with her rapist. I mean, it's such an awful thing. And she finally falls in love, and then when he finds out, he blames her for it, and it's just this whole concept of this rape is just, it's so horrible, and this is what it was like for women back then, and it's just so depressing, and I'm pretty sure that's why I got rid of it. I'm really upset that I got rid of it because I usually keep all of those kinds of books because I read them, but it's not on my shelf. It's not where I keep those books. I don't know what happened to it. Number 2 is The Enchanted by Renee Denfeld. This book takes place in prison, and it mostly follows people on death row, and it follows this woman who her job is to get people off of death row. It follows a disgraced priest, it follows the warden, it follows this corrupt asshole who's also in charge in this place. It follows a new inmate who's in general population and the struggles that he goes through. And it was really interesting to read about prison politics and the way prisons are. And another really tough topic is that the woman's client, this man that she's trying to get off of death row, he wants to die. And I think that's a really difficult topic because most people don't understand what it's like to go through so much shit that you're like, all right, let's just end this because this fucking sucks. So I think this was really, really well done, and every single character in this book has had some sort of disturbing thing happen. I mean, there's abuse of mentally ill people, there's rape, there's just all kinds of horrible things that go into this. There's suicide. I'm not going to tell you all the things, but this is a really tough book. It's a wonderful book, though. It's a beautifully written book, but it is definitely a tough one. And number 1, I'm going to talk about an author that I absolutely love, and all of her books that I've read deal with a different type of tough topic, such as teenage prostitution, drugs and what that effect has on a family, suicide, the aftermath of suicide, what it's like to have absent parents that just are never there, they don't give a shit, what it's like to have parents that abuse you. I mean, the list of topics that she discusses, I mean, just goes on and on and on. But let me tell you who she is. Ellen Hopkins. That's upside down. Hold on, I can do this. Ellen Hopkins. These are the 2 books I'm going to talk about. The first one being Impulse. This book follows 3 teenagers who each decide that they want to kill themselves, and they all attempt to, and they all fail. So their families or the government or whoever's in charge of them sends them all to the same rehab facility, and it's about them trying to get better and whether or not that actually works. And this was a beautifully written book. I love it so much. One of my favorite of her books. Another really good one is identical, and this follows two identical twins, as you can probably guess, and what their life is like, and their father abuses them in various ways. This book is definitely, oh, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't know what to tell you. It's a tough book. The abuse that goes on, it's like, holy shit. So this is a really tough book. I recommend it. I recommend all of her books. I think they're really good. And even though they're really thick, they're written like poems, so you fly through these books. These books are probably anywhere from 600 to 800 pages, depending on the book. But it's like actually a 200-300 page book when you condense everything down. But they're really, really good, and I recommend all of her books. So that's it. That's all I have today. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.